Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details, and today we're going to be sharing with you guys an update on our ceramic coating test.
So this is kind of part 2 of the video, but we're gonna actually do a maintenance wash on my Subaru Outback. For those of you that haven't seen, I have 35 different ceramic coatings on my vehicle. Will actually be the most recent update on how these coatings are performing. For those of you that might be interested, this is gonna be quick shots, not a super lengthy video, but for those of you that wanted an update on our coatings, we're gonna share that with you guys in this episode. But we're also going to see how our Rogue soap can perform to maintain all of these ceramic coatings. So let's go ahead and get started. So my Subaru has technically become a test vehicle. We have 2 different ceramic coatings on our wheels, 35 different ceramic coatings on the paint that we've been testing out. Some are already near the end of their life. My headlights, they're starting to be yellow, get faded. I've actually been letting them go because I'm gonna be testing out 2 different headlight restorers in the very near future. So that is intentional, but we do have really nice gloss and shine. Even though this is a 11-year-old vehicle now, we've had a ton of rain the last few weeks. I feel like it has been non-stop rain here in Lancaster. I washed my vehicle just last week, and you can see we have quite a bit of road splatter, road film, dirt on the vehicle that we need to safely wash. The majority of this dirt is gonna come off with our high pressure rinse, but you can see there is a good bit of dirt on this vehicle, even though it was just washed last week. So we're gonna work very fast because I am in direct sunlight. It is a hot day and I have very hard water here at my house. So a lot of this is just gonna be very quick glances, sharing with you guys updates on our hydrophobics. So we're gonna do a quick rinse. We're gonna foam on our Rogue soap, do a very quick wash so that I don't have any sort of stains. And then we're gonna go ahead and rinse. Now, with Rogue soap, if it is mobile friendly, if it is sun friendly, that might hopefully give us just a little bit of protection from water spots, and also rinse off easily that we don't have any staining from our soap. So that's important to me because I don't wanna damage these coatings. I don't wanna affect the test results in any way. So I wanna make sure that we are safe on our paint, that we don't alter the ceramic coatings, weaken them, that we rinse off easily, and that we don't have any staining left behind. So let's go ahead and very quickly get this done.
So on our hood from top to bottom, we have the McKee's 37 3-year max coating. In the middle, their graphene 5-year coating. And at the bottom near the grill, we have the 10-year graphene Pro Coat ceramic coating. At around the 8-month mark, the 3-year max coating started to show signs of failure. Now we have our graphics coating from Black Rhino and our optics coating from Black Rhino. Neither one has really looked too impressive the last 2 or 3 months. I would say that they are all but gone. Here we have our Fat Bead ceramic coating, which surprisingly looks really well. It's only a 12-month coating. Beside that, our 3-year No Hype ceramic coating, I would say that that is all but gone. It does sheet, but a little disappointed that that did not last even close to a year. Over here, we have our Ethos Easy Peasy ceramic coating on the left. Does clog easily, but it is still there. Beside that, our Ethos Graphene 5-year ceramic coating looks fantastic. On the driver's side panel, we have our DIY Detail 3-year, 5-year, 8-year, and then the stack. The 3-year ceramic coating, I would say, is showing extreme signs of failure. I would doubt that that would last us a year and a half. But our 5-year, 8-year, and stack combination look fantastic at this point. We do have some clogging, but a good contact wash should clean that up. Now we have our Meguiar's M888. In the middle, our Gion Mo's Evo. I can see a little bit of a struggle with our Gion Mo's Evo and our Vonix V-Paint. Again, the last month or two, that one has looked like we have some early signs of failure. We have our G-Technique CSL on the left, and then our CSL EXO V5 combo on the right. Both look really great. And then our Cerakote V2 ceramic coating. All 3 are holding up really well. On the left, we have our C6 Hydro Light, followed by the CarPro D-Quartz Go and UK 3.0 on the right. All 3 needed a good water spot treatment a few months back, but really benefited from it, and they look really great at this point. On our trunk, we have ADS Pro Quartz ceramic coating on the left. Art to Shine Nanographene V3 in the middle. And then on the right, we have Veros Pro ceramic coating. All three of these are professional grade ceramic coatings and look flawless 12 months out. On the front of our roof, we have Detail Co. Slim ceramic coating closest to me. And on the far right, Pan's 3-year ceramic coating. I'll show you a closer look of that in a second. Pan's definitely has some tighter water beads, but both are performing and looking really well on the roof, even despite some water spotting issues that we had to correct a few months back. So here's that closer look at Pan's 3-year ceramic coating, and as you can see, just really impressive hydrophobics. So far, I'm loving his ceramic coatings. On our passenger side door, we have our prosumer grade ceramic coatings. On the right, we have Kronos V1. In the middle, Stoner Paint ceramic coating. And then on the left, BC1 from Apex Surface Protection. We'll probably put Kronos V2 on there once V1 fails, just to see how that compares. On our rear passenger door panel, we have our Duraslick ceramic coatings. They have held up really well for me. We have our Duraslick Mobile 1500 ceramic coating on the right. In the middle, we have the Extreme 1500 ceramic coating, and then on the far left, the Extreme HG ceramic coating. Next, we have our Aquatech Select ceramic coating. This is their prosumer grade. Anyone can purchase this. Been very impressed with it. And then on the bottom, our clean 3-year ceramic coating. I wanted to see it both vertically and horizontally, and on the rear, where it gets a ton of abuse, it's holding up really well. For those of you that might have missed part 1 over at Behind the Details with Chelsea, we shared with you guys a closer look at the Quivr lineup from I Am Josh V. He's a YouTube content creator who has some fantastic content, and he came out with his own line of products recently. He actually has a pressure washer that he's going to be releasing soon that looks very impressive. But we did a detailed look at their Rogue soap, as well as their hot coat and the foam cannon. Now, I'm using the Quivr foam cannon, have been using it the last couple of weeks. You can see extremely rich foam. It doesn't matter what soap you put in it, honestly, but Rogue soap gives us especially thick shaving cream-like foam. This is a premium soap that is safe for ceramic-coated vehicles. It's going to give you really nice, rich lubrication, a safe contact wash, pH-neutral formula, and today we're going to just do a demonstration for you guys of how it performs maintaining all of these coatings. We had more than enough foam to get around the entire vehicle. Now we wash very quickly. In part 1, we used this soap to do a maintenance wash on my mother's Buick that has a quote-unquote dealership ceramic coating on it. We were working partly in the shade, and so this is the first time that I'm working with this soap in direct sunlight, especially on very hot panels. And I'm very impressed with how well it's cleaning, but also the fact that it's not staining the paint.
Our soap is kind of dried on this glass, but look at how this soap has dried on our glass in direct sunlight, and we don't have any sort of staining. Wow. Okay, that's impressive, because normally that would be an issue for me. Hard water, direct sun, and I'm booking it so that the sun doesn't cause any sort of damage. But thankfully, I think the soap is going to help me out. It's gonna be my friend. It's gonna make my life a little bit easier.
This reminded me a lot of the Turtle Wax Pure soap, but had a really nice pina colada scent.
Now let's see if we have a residue-free rinse, if we've altered the hydrophobics of any of our coatings. This is supposed to be pH neutral, so hopefully we've helped our coatings and not hurt them. Okay, that's rinsing away very easily, very quickly. I'm not seeing where I have a ton of residue that I'm having to push off with my water. For those of you that have used residue-heavy soaps, you know that sometimes like it'll almost look like a sheeting characteristic on the paint, and then as you kind of rinse that away, then you see your hydrophobics kind of bounce back or push through. I'm not seeing where I'm having that kind of residue-heavy rinse, so that says to me we're rinsing quickly.
The pH of our Rogue soap is 6 to 7.8, but at dilution it is closer to pH neutral. Nice to see that we haven't changed any of the hydrophobics, and even in direct sun, we have no issues on our panel.
You see some lines in our Duraslick. Okay. With our Kronos V1. With our Stoner, and our V2-1. All three are starting to show, maybe our Stoner even more so. Wow, look at that. Stoner is definitely on the way out. No hype 3 year. I think we can call that one. Our Fat Beats, which is the no hype 1 year, I don't get it, but it is what it is. It's more impressive. Our 3 year max coating, I think that one, it's not dead, but it's definitely, it's not impressing me. But then our 5 year and our Graphene Pro Coat look fantastic. And again, we don't have a ton of residue that we're pushing off. Looks really nice. Our optics, I think we can call that one. And again, our graphics, which is the same as the Fat Beads, which oddly enough is looking better on the side, but not so great on our front grille. Easy peasy. It's weakened, it's still there, but it's not that great, but we are closer to that kind of 12-month frame. So that's kind of to be expected. Our Ethos Graphene V2 looks dynamic. I love it. So up here, we have our Detail Co. Slim ceramic coating, and then our clean exterior ceramic coating. You can actually, when it rains, you can see a difference on my sunroof in that 50-50, where our clean has more beading, but slim, a little bit bigger, which actually is going to help reduce water spotting issues, but it's hanging in there. It's the light version to their thick. Now we've got Cerakote. Honestly, it looks identical to our clean ceramic coating. Looks very impressive, but I wasn't a huge fan of application. Little grabby. I think clean was a lot easier to apply. We have our G-Technique CSL, sheets fast, and then topped with our EXO V5. Very impressive. Over here, we have our Vonix V-Paint. That's probably got maybe another month or two before it's done. But again, 12 to 18 month coating, so not gone, not very impressive though. Gion Mo's, Evo, Meguiar's M888. Gion Mo's Evo, I'm seeing some lines. Meguiar's M888, fantastic, not an issue. And we got our DIY detail. We got our stack, the 8 and the 3 year, no issues. The 8 year, the 5 year, and then our 3 year. And honestly, I've seen this the last couple months. Our 3 year looks like it is on the way out. So I don't think we're even going to get to a full year or even 18 months with a 3 year. So that's a little surprising, but 5 year, 8 year stack hanging in there strong.
And then on our roof, we had our CarPro D Quartz Go, followed by the UK 3.0. Both look very similar. And then on the left, our C6 Hydro Light, all three holding up really well on the roof. On our trunk, our Veros Pro, Art to Shine Nano Graphene V3 in the middle, and then our Armor Detail Supply Pro Quartz. All three look perfect, even 12 months out. Some of these coatings are 7 months out, but a majority are close to 12 months, so we're just going to call it 12 months at this point. And you can see very impressive hydrophobics even on our roof, hood, and trunk, where we get a ton of torture and water spots.
Now, as much as I would love to top all of these coatings with hot coat, I know that that would kind of alter our hydrophobics. So for the sake of the test, we're not. But this would be the perfect scenario for us to refresh the hydrophobics of any of our coatings that are starting to show signs of weakness. And even in direct sunlight, we would have really great results. But I'm not seeing any sort of staining from our soap. Did a fantastic job at very quickly washing, rinsing off. We didn't alter any of the hydrophobics from our coatings. I think if we're seeing any issues with the coatings, it's from the coatings themselves, not the soap. To be honest, normally when I wash a customer's vehicle, sometimes things just are kind of out of your control. If you're working on an interior and it just kind of gets away from you, or maybe it's so dirty that you have to do a good contact wash, can't necessarily do a rinseless wash. Maybe it's a windy day and I can't set up my tent. And no matter what I have intended, sometimes unfortunately, you end up washing a vehicle in direct sunlight. Hopefully this has demonstrated for you guys that Rogue can be used in direct sunlight to help wash your vehicle. Obviously, use common sense, work fast. You don't let things just sit and dry. Was I going to do that for you guys in this video? No. I like you guys, but I like my car too, and I'm not looking to intentionally damage it. So there are certain common sense skills and techniques that you need to demonstrate if you're gonna wash a vehicle in direct sunlight. So do the side that's in the shade first, let your soap kind of sit on there, work fast, and then when you dry the side that is in direct sunlight, just so that way you don't have any sort of spots or issues.
But for those of you that are curious and want a closer look at the Quivr lineup, the Rogue Soap, Foam Cannon, and Hot Coat, we're going to put the link to part 1 in the video description box down below, so that way you can see what these products can do to help make maintaining your vehicles a ton easier.
But there you guys have it, a quick update on our 35 ceramic coatings, how they are all looking at this point on my Subaru Outback. We also shared with you guys a quick look at our Rogue Soap as well as our Foam Cannon. Honestly, everything that I've seen so far from Quivr has been very impressive. I'm really enjoying his lineup, from the branding, the scents, the price point, and the ease of application. Everything has been checking all of the marks for me. I know sometimes we do these reviews and you guys might say you're always positive in these videos. Well, I'll be honest, I don't review products that I don't like. I personally would buy this soap for the mere aspect that we were able to wash this vehicle in direct sunlight. Our soap didn't stain, it didn't alter the hydrophobics, it didn't damage the coatings. It had a ton of suds and lubrication, really slick across the surface. As far as for our Foam Cannon, be honest, this is probably one of the better foam cannons that has been released since the MJJC Foam Cannon V2, because this is basically the same one. But I do like the branding. I did put the 1.1 orifice within it because I'm using the automotive pressure washer from Ryobi, so it's a lower GPM. I'm getting really great results. So for those of you that you don't even have to have a high grade pressure washer, if you have the new Ryobi unit, put the 1.1 orifice within it and you're gonna absolutely love the combination of these two. Works really, really well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy content like this, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I do a ton of product reviews and demonstrations just like this. You're always gonna get 100% my feedback, my honest thoughts. Even though companies might send me products to review, I'm never going to just like a product to like a product. You're always gonna get my real thoughts. So hopefully you guys enjoy transparent video reviews like this. If you do, give us a thumbs up. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the very next episode.